We are going to attempt to balance the impossible. "86% of employees say poor communication is the #1 cause of failure. Over 70% of people feel burned out at work. That's not a strategy issue. That's a culture and communication crisis."
Athlete and author Chris Ruden.
Chris Ruden decides. Chris Ruden.
So my name is Chris Ruden. I am the only 7-fingered, type 1 diabetic, pro powerlifter, motivational speaker, New York Fashion Week model, and season 1 contestant of the Titan Games.
I never thought I would take my glove off and show people my disability. But I feel like I did my job, and I hope every kid in America knows limitations are self-imposed.
But what happens if instead of change we associated with something negative? What happens if we associated change with growth? What happens if we redefine the word change to mean I'm not losing something, but I'm gaining something new? If we went from being certain that things weren't going to work out to curious as to how things could, how might your life be different that way?
Change is happening so fast, not just across industries, but across the globe.
At first you see the blue, you see the red, and if we left these on for the rest of the time, similar with sunglasses, you would get used to the lens. You would get used to how things look. And now go ahead and take them off real quick. It's obviously a very clear change. So many of us have lenses like this without us even realizing it.
It is business critical that organizations fundamentally change the way they communicate and create culture to keep up with the expectations of the modern workforce. Your culture is either your biggest liability or your greatest advantage. There is no neutral ground anymore. You can't incentivize your way out of burnout. You can't policy your way around a lack of belonging. And you definitely can't reorg your way around cultural dysfunction.
I've done it before. I've tried everything. Who here said that? I've tried everything. I've tried every diet out there. You didn't eat bread today. I've tried everything to speak with this person more effectively. You just didn't talk to them. That doesn't count. You have to ask yourself, did you try everything? Because language matters. When you say things out loud, you tend to believe them. And if you tried everything, that would mean you tried everything. And I would say that's almost impossible.
I've spoken to hundreds of organizations all around the globe, and I've helped tens of thousands of people get unstuck. I myself struggled with that change fatigue. Now it's my job to help people around the world, leaders and organizations alike, see their world without limits. The best cultures focus on communication and trust. And the best future of your organization prioritizes both profit and culture to create sustainable success for the future.
I got curious enough to understand that I had a responsibility, not necessarily a responsibility, but a responsibility. I had the ability to respond to what happened to me in life. Yes, I got burnt out, but I chose to overcome that through putting people first, putting the people around me first and prioritizing that, being curious enough to say, how could I, instead of I can't.
From hiding my disability to breaking world records, the only thing that changed was my ability to see the problem from a different vantage point.
We've had everybody from Michael Phelps to Magic Johnson. Today we had Chris Ruden. He crushed it for all of my staff, standing ovation, but more importantly, he delivered on a message that we could all relate with that will get us fired up for next year. So having done this for the last 22 years, highly recommend Chris. He did a great job.
I'm here to help you communicate for change. I'm here to help you communicate for culture. I'm here to help you communicate for a better and more innovative future for you and your organization.